This is the Select Board meeting of Tuesday, September 29th.
One nation.
So I need a motion to go into executive session to conduct negotiations with the town manager regarding her employment contract.
So moved.
Second.
Aye.
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 Yes.
Aye. We'll be back. Emily Teller is out there and she would like to speak in open forum.
The Friends of the Bruce Freeman Rail Trail would like to request that the sign that is near the kiosk, rail trail parking 2.4 miles to the north in Chelmsford, be removed.
Our next item on the agenda is just an update on the appointment of members to the DEI Committee. Applications closed on Friday. We have, I believe, 20 or 21, I think 21 applicants. I have reached out to the chair of the school committee about setting up a joint meeting among us so that we can move forward with the appointment. Special town meeting, a request from our town moderator to begin special town meeting at 9 o'clock.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Yes.
Aye.
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 We do have Sunday at 9 a.m. as a rain date.
Let us go through the articles that are on our agenda tonight, starting with Article 6, the capital article.
Capital Committee met to review the items that were pushed off from annual town meeting. The second objective was to make sure that we understood the town's cash position, try to determine some items that were on that list or were being asked to be added to that list that could be either deleted or deferred.
I'll make a motion to recommend.
Second.
Yes.
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 Aye.
Aye.
So this is a placeholder for the WA amenities building. If it's not approved through the community preservation funding as recommended in Article 5, this is our backup plan. And the language in here is to actually have a debt exclusion. As you can see below, the Finance Committee does not recommend because in the comments you can see they recommended using CPA funds in Article 5.
I'll make a motion to not recommend.
I'll second Mark's motion to not recommend based upon the desire to fund through CPA.
Aye.
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 Yes.
Aye. Okay. Article 7, reduce the amount raised by taxes in fiscal year 2021.
We're recommending cutting back budgets by over $500,000 under Article 2. And this is essentially the plug to balance the budget.
Is there a motion to recommend?
So moved.
Second. Aye.
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 Yes.
Aye. Article 11,
Indigenous Peoples Day is a holiday that celebrates and honors Native American peoples and honors their histories and cultures.
I'll be supporting this because I think there is a lot for us to learn and study and continue to reflect on with regards to the fate of indigenous people in what is now the United States.
I'm not opposed, I guess, to the motion, but we have a resolution that because we basically persecuted and slaughtered Native Americans, we want to give them a day of recognition. I'd prefer was a case of we want to recognize their achievements, their culture, their significance. I'd rather a more positive resolution of recognition and less one about suffering.
I don't know why all this whereas is necessary. The reason I'm hearing that we're needing to do this is because there's a trend going on and we should follow. That doesn't do it for me.
I would support this because I believe it's not about glorifying Columbus. We want to shift it over to the Indigenous people.
I'm also in support of this. Where we are today in society, in our country, I think that it is important that all cultures be given an opportunity to be explored and learned about. Is there a motion to recommend?
So moved.
Second.
I think I'll abstain.
Yes.
Aye.
I'm abstaining.
And I'm in support. Article 12 was a citizen's petition for an additional all alcohol premises license, and I believe that the citizen is withdrawing this petition.
He is no longer interested in pursuing this, but because it is a citizen petition, it does need to go to town meeting and someone can make a motion to dismiss it.
So moved.
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
Yes.
Aye. And Article 13 is to clarify the memorandum of understanding between the town of Westford and Westford Community Access TV.
The petition is to affirm that WestfordCAT has the responsibility to cover and report on local news of our community with a professional journalist as part of the WestfordCAT staff.
Now that the situation from January has changed dramatically, that's why this petition article is still needed, is what I'm trying to understand.
The news is really important. We've heard that loud and clear. We've got a great group of people working on that now, but I guess I do have a concern about changing the official contractual mandate of what they're required to provide without also changing the funding.
In the MOU, it specifically says, government meeting coverage for planning board, select board, and school committee. And I feel like news is just a little bit bigger or a little bit more vague.
The MOU is a contract between the town and the WestfordCAT Board of Directors at the time it's negotiated. It seems like those are the two parties that are responsible for negotiating and agreeing on that. Maybe what you're looking for here is maybe a resolution in support of including local news and the offering of WestfordCAT.
We all absolutely support the idea of having local news. I mean, I'm not sure any of us would disagree with that. And I'm wondering, to Tom's points, whether we're better off waiting for the contract expiry.
Do we want to just hold on this and see what resolution comes forward before we take any vote, or?
I think if we can leave it open until we see raised language, I'd like that if that's a possibility.
Article 14, a resolution to promote clean energy and reduce fossil fuel use to achieve the Commonwealth of Massachusetts limit of net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2015.
We have extreme weather events and fires disrupting our lives really earlier and more powerfully than almost anyone expected. The fight cannot be successful on an exclusively personal level. Our communities and our government need to be actively involved. This net zero goal has been endorsed by large margins in our State House of Representatives, our State Senate, by our Republican Governor, Charlie Baker.
It's going to be state law, so it's only smart for us to get ahead of it and start planning before 2040 and say, oh my God, how do we do this? I do find it problematic that we say upraise town facilities and private homes. I think the town's got no business telling a private homeowner how to handle energy efficiency.
I'm ready to make a motion to recommend.
I'll second.
Aye.
No.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Article 15, to give authority to the Select Board to shorten the polling hours for local elections.
In a world where we're trying to encourage people to get out and vote, I'm not quite sure how this does that.
There are people who vote first thing in the morning, and there are people who vote 6 or 7 o'clock at night on their way home from work, and I would not want to disenfranchise those folks.
It's a step backwards for democracy to restrict voting options. I also think it's bad policy for the board to change the hours of an election.
Patty has requested to remove this article from the warrant.
Okay, so Article 16, are we removing that from the warrant as well?
We did not have time to put this together, so we will continue to explore it. We may have something for the annual town meeting.
Article 17, amend the town's general and zoning bylaws to reflect inclusive language amendments to the town charter. Gee, do we get to do this since our last article in which we made the same changes to the town charter still hasn't been approved?
Move to recommend.
I'll second Tom's motion.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Article 27, which is a home rule petition regarding Rome Drive extension. These are the funds that are being held right now, having been recovered from the developer of Rome Drive extension. The only way we can release these funds to the citizens who fixed their roadway is through a home rule petition.
So moved.
Second. Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
Aye.
Aye. Old and new business. First is consider approval of the budget policy direction for fiscal year 2022. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Aye.
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 Yes.
Aye. Drafted the 2021 Board of Selectmen Town Manager goals.
I would like some more time to spend with this. I haven't spent sufficient time with it.
I'm good with holding two because I've got some questions. Town Manager Performance Review. This year, as the board certainly agrees, has been a particularly challenging year for our town and for our town manager. One of the criteria is the ability of our town manager to deal with uncertainty and changing conditions. We all feel that Jody rose to this occasion and met all of the challenges. What I think everybody in this town should know and understand is the genuine care and compassion that Jody has for her staff, for the town, and for its residents. I don't think that this can be overstated.
It's a testament to her work that when the stuff hit the fan, we had the right policies and people and funds in place to deal with it. So thank you, Jody, for all of that.
I know a lot of people have jobs where they work hard, but I just want people in the public to know how committed Jody is to doing this work and doing it so well.
I do not know how somebody can do this kind of job in this kind of environment. The town is best served by you, and we're looking forward to having you for another 15 to 20 years. So thank you.
I love what I do. I love this town. You all have been great, and I want to thank you for all of your support. And really, it's the staff. We have the best staff ever. The department heads are all committed. They all love their jobs. We love a challenge. This has been the most challenging year probably in my life, not just my career. But our people have really risen to it.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All those in favor?
Time for entertainment.
Good night,
Stay sane,
everybody.
everybody.